Well, welcome everybody. So happy to have the opportunity to be here with all of you. What a great turnout. This is awesome. Barely fit into the room. Really appreciate everybody being here with us this evening. So we call this event, as everybody has probably seen on our literature and in the emails, our annual Inspire. And that's really what we're after, making this something that is truly inspiring. We've got 150 scholars here. We've got dozens and dozens and dozens of people from across the Front Range. We've got 50 of our alums here. And we've got almost 40 or 50 people that have flown in from all over the country just for this weekend and for this event. And so I think we've got a chance together to really continue to build this event, this annual Inspire. So I want to start by asking everybody to mark your calendars for next year. So, yeah. Thank you. And so, schedule around it. And then the other thing is, what a great place to introduce other folks to our work. All these people in one place doesn't happen but this once a year. So something to consider. The Apollo 11 mission, the founding fathers of this great country, the 1980 U.S. hockey team known as the Miracle on Ice, the Civil Rights Movement, Apple, Greenhouse. What do all those entities have in common? The power of community. And the power of community is what's so critical to us. Now, all of those things happened or are happening because of that. And you could argue that maybe we're an outlier on that list. And I think that's right. We have not yet earned the right to be talked about, to be thought about in association with those other things I mentioned. But stick around. So community change, that's what we're after. Sustainable, lasting, generational community change. I think there are two things that we're doing that are key and differentiating to this community change. So we're about community change. I'm going to say it 15, 16 times. I know my old friend Jessica Hogan, who used to be our COO, is now going to be counting. So I'll be able to find out afterwards if I got my number right. But that's really the essence of what we're all about here, is changing communities. And those two things that are different, the first is the inputs to our model, and the inputs are the most amazing, high-performing, grittiest role models from low-resource communities. So this is not normal, what we're doing. We are doing something that you might see somewhere else where we're really helping folks be really successful in college. That's such a small part of what we're doing. Really, it's about the leverage effect of what I'm calling inputs, these amazing young people that are the start of our model. And I'm going to talk more about that. And the second thing is the nature of how we work in our community. Genuinely diverse, socioeconomically, age, race, gender, thoughts, perspectives, ideas, philosophies, diverse. Bringing all of that together to work at creating change from within all types of communities. It sounds like this thing up here, but I'm going to bring it down as I go. So we believe the only way that the change is going to be lasting is by leveraging those inputs and leveraging all of you here in the room across the country to create lasting community change, to create ideas together, implement community change projects together, launch businesses together, collaborate on multitudes and multitudes of things. And now we're after the idea of momentum increasing and increasing. We feel like we've earned the right to grow our impact. In fact, right now, we are talking about internally as an active, how do we do this, 100xing of our impact starting now. So not can we incrementally change. 18 years, we've got proof, lots of it. And so it's time to really grow that impact. And that's what we're really excited about. That's what we're doing. We think we're going to change the world. And we don't take ourselves very seriously too often, but we do take that seriously. So how are we going to do that? Our community change model is designed to take action in service of our vision and values. Our vision is to create a community of leaders who will evolve the communities of the world. Our values are community, shocker, accountability, leadership, and relentlessness. So the community change model has 3 phases, and we've got people that have been with us for a long time that are still sort of trying to understand some of it, some of the depth of the work that we're doing, so I'm going to cover them briefly. I'm kind of the business end of this evening. So the first phase, our whole person college program. I think everybody that's been with us for longer than a day is familiar with that. And so we're surrounding these amazing people I've been referring to with success resources. And of course, we're really excited that we're able to be a part of their journey, help them financially with mentors, with networks, with connections, with jobs, with internships. But we're also excited to start holding them accountable for something that they already showed a significant predisposition for. And that's the idea of broadening that effect and that change. So while they're in college, they're going back and speaking at low-income high schools and middle schools. Each of our classes of scholars adopts a project that they work on for 4 years together to change a low-income high school or middle school or some other significant impact that'll last beyond their time in college. And so that leverage effect starts right away. How do you get them to be strategic about the change that they want to create? Because they already want to do it. So how do you tap into their journey and their dreams? And that starts in college. And that's where the first phase ends. And then the second phase of our community change model is called the Young Leaders Program. The Young Leaders Program, we're working with those same folks, and now they're in their 20s. And so that leveling the playing field thing that we are all about when we meet them in high school, that needs to happen again. So you get out into the world and you start to figure out your journey and relationships, learning, skills. So we're focused on personal learning, professional learning, leadership learning, and community change learning. Those 4 areas, working with these folks in their 20s. And so we're enabling their journeys again, but now we're connecting them to capital, we're funding their ideas, and we're launching hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of projects and businesses, for-profit and nonprofit businesses, into the marketplace in all kinds of communities, but of course focused on low-income communities. So now that's the second phase. We're working both on enabling their journeys and working together, which we could only do with the diverse community I mentioned before, to create actionable change. The third phase, the sustaining program, working with the same folks together while they're in their 30s and 40s to create critical mass in communities across the country. So going deep and wide, so we're going to be able to track and point at the things that are changing over time. So I guess if I was going to sum it up, we're in it for the long haul, but we are doing things right now that we can point to all over the place. And so it isn't really for us about a tagline. And something that's come up a lot lately is just give me the sentence. And so we're going deep and we're solving real issues and problems. So we don't have the tagline. But if you want to remember what we're about, it's about community change and leverage of all of you and all these incredible role models to bring thousands and thousands of people along for the ride. So what's happening because of that? We're creating opportunity, choice, and belief. So thousands and thousands of people earning their way to completely different lives where they have real opportunities, choices that are good choices, and belief in our shared future. Whole communities evolving from within. Access to education, access to capital, access to resources, changing the landscape, creating more pathways to success, more opportunity, more choice, more belief. We're winning. We're making a difference that will last. And if you think of us as a small, cute little charity that you're excited about, you've got it wrong. We are doers, and we are doing big things. But we need all of you. So we're not going anywhere. And we want to look at that list in 10 years, in 15 years, Apollo 11 mission, the Civil Rights Movement, Apple, whatever you'd like to put on that list, and we want to earn our way onto that list. So ask yourselves, why not us, and why not now? Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening.